Last week I told you to put all your Business Central API credentials into Azure Key Vault. And if you did the homework, you probably ran into a massive paradox. You put the secret in the vault, you told the Azure Function to read the secret, but the Azure Function couldn't open the vault because it didn't have a password to get in. So do you create a password for Azure Functions to access the Key Vault and then store that password in the Azure Function? That completely defeats the purpose. You're right back where you started. Welcome to week 10. Today we break that loop. We're going to use something called Managed Identity. It's going to let our Azure Function securely authenticate to our Key Vault and eventually to Business Central without a single password, client secret or API key existing anywhere in your configuration. Let's make passwords disappear. Let's understand the concept before we click the buttons. Usually when a system wants to talk to another system, it carries a passport, a client ID and a client secret. It hands over the passport to prove who it is. If someone steals that passport, they can impersonate that system. Managed Identity is like giving your Azure Function a biometric ID badge. Azure Active Directory or Entra ID creates an identity specifically for that exact Azure resource. Azure manages the identity. Azure rotates the underlying certificates automatically. You never see a password. You cannot export a password. There are two types. System assigned, tied directly to the resource. If I delete the Azure function, the identity is automatically deleted. This is what we will use 90% of the time. User assigned, a standalone identity you create first, then assign to one or multiple resources. Good if you have a cluster of 5 functions that all need the exact same permission. So why does this make you a better architect? Because the number one cause of cloud breaches is leaked credentials. If there are no credentials to leak, you eliminate an entire category of risk. So to get our identity up and running is actually quite simple. Over here in our Azure function, we have something called identity. As default, it's status off. If you turn this on and we press save, it's going to tell you that we are now going to create an identity for our Azure function. So let's say yes. Now we have an identity, which is this. Now we don't really need this, but it's here. Then we have our Azure role assignments. If you press on this, if we go to role assignments, now again, it says it's preview, so there might be some bugs in this, but for me, it's always worked. Go to scope, go to Key Vault, our subscription, our resource, and it knows I have these two Key Vaults, so this is the Key Vault I want. What role do I want on my Key Vault to have? So I wanted to have a secret user. I wanted to be able to read secrets from my Azure Key Vault. So let's save that. As you can see, now we have gotten this. So if we go to our Key Vault over here, go to our access control, we go to our role assignments and see what we have. Down here, we have our Key Vault secret user. And here, this is our Azure function. So if we go back to our Azure function, and we now go to our environmental variables, you will see that our Azure Key Vault is now green. Now, if it's not green for you right now, there are a couple of things you can try. You can try to refresh. You can try to restart your function. And also, if you did like me, where you had your access configuration set, change it to role-based. Otherwise, your Azure function will not get the permissions. If all those are done, it should turn green. So think about this architecture. The C# code asks the environment for a BC client secret. The environment sees that it's a Key Vault parameter tag. Under the hood, the function app uses the managed identity silently to request a token from your Entra ID. It presents the token to the Key Vault. Key Vault verifies that the RBAC assignment and returns the secret. Your C# code gets the actual Business Central OAuth secret and makes the API call. You have completely removed credential management from your application code. This is how enterprise systems are built. And the best part, Managed Identity works with almost everything in Azure. Your function can use it to talk to Service Bus, to Logic Apps, can use it to talk to Key Vault. The limitation, you can't use Managed Identity to authenticate directly to an external non-Microsoft system. But for your internal Azure architecture, it is the gold standard. So your homework for week 10. Enable system assigned Managed Identity on your Azure function. Go to your Key Vault and grant that identity the Key Vault secret user role. Verify that your Key Vault reference in your function app now resolves successfully. Test your integration end to end. And prove it still works without any hard-coded passwords. Next week, we're tackling the elephant in the room, networking. Everyone wants to put Business Central in a private virtual network, so the internet can't reach it. Next week, I'm going to give you the honest truth about BC networking limitations, service tags, and how to actually secure your endpoints. You can't use a VNet. See you in week 11.